For the low price of $90, I'll show you how to save 2 watts a wheel. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome to another tire testing video. One of the most popular requests in the comments from my previous tire testing videos has been to test inner tubes for their rolling resistance. And I've been waiting to get this round to this one for a while, and I just had to get, I guess, the raw materials to do it right. This is the 349mm Mega Test. I'll compare all of these inner tubes with the Sticky Beak tire for, I guess, in a controlled test to see which one has the lowest rolling resistance on our machine. In front of me are all the 349mm tubes that I could find, and some of them I already used, some of them I've never seen before. I'll just sort of go through what we've got. This is the Duro butyl rubber tube, which is probably the most generic tube that has ever really been used in any kind of riding ever, been available forever. Dependable, people know what they're getting. People tend to use these a lot. They're quite cheap and fairly predictable in how they'll actually behave. I've got, I guess, the premium butyl rubber tubes in the 2 Schwalbe tubes here. I've chosen 2. The SV4 and the SV5A. The reason being they are slightly different sizes, so we'll be testing whether, I guess, the bag diameter of the tube inside the tire influences the resistance in any way. And given these are actually the same rubber compound, we might get actually some ideas there. We'll see what the testing brings up. This is the Foss tube, and this is a polymerized rubber tube, unvulcanized rubber tube, whatever that means. Essentially, it's essentially a rubber thermoplastic hybrid, I guess you could say. Interesting tubes. These have pulled very good numbers in the past for other things that I've done. So, and we've been selling these for a while, and I've actually had some pretty good results with them. So we'll see how they go compared to all these others. And obviously TPU tubes are all the rage right now and pulling really good numbers in some of the other testers' results. So I've got 2 different types of the 349mm TPU tube that I could find online. And finally, probably one of the most questionable life choices and the choices I've made for these videos for you guys, I spent $180 Australian on 2 inner tubes from a European Valmobile shop. Because they were the only place I could find off-the-shelf latex rubber inner tubes, which are claimed to have the lowest rolling resistance often. So we're going to test that. Please click the link below to sponsor my channel. $180 for 2 inner tubes seems ludicrous, but hopefully we'll find out once for all whether these are any good. The testing tire today is the Sticky Beak tire, fastest tire that we've tested. Yeah, the Sticky Beak 120, that is. Very popular and winning quite a lot of races right now, so obviously using the tire which people are interested in seems to make sense to me. However, instead of using our fastest wheel, the carbon wheel, I'm using a generic 28mm alloy rim, as it's the wheel that most teams have. Seems sensible to use this given that our carbon wheel is kind of more specialty. So using this wheel will mean that the data is actually getting more relevant to more teams. So I'm going to grab a coffee and get my brain into order, set up the machine, and start testing these. As with all my previous tire testing videos, we are using the Sims rig. The Sims rig features a DC motor running from a power supply and measuring through a Watts-up meter with a roller on it that the tire rubs on. The tire and wheel run on a cantilevered beam, which is then added to a counterweight to load the tire up to 30 kilograms at the rolling surface. Our test parameters are generally 30 kilogram loads, 30 kilometers per hour speed, and we generally allow for around 7 minutes of run time before we grab the sample. The reason for this is the hysteresis of the rubber and tube take a while to actually stabilize. Sometimes the tires gain some heat, sometimes they don't, but we do find the results vary in the first few minutes. This, by the way, is why this is the most accurate way to test tires in a lab sense. There are a lot of people who use a rolling pendulum design. The problem with the pendulum is it doesn't actually factor in the hysteresis and warm up of the tire. It also doesn't take into account roundness of the tire and on the wheel on the test rig. So there you go, that's why we use this rig. let's get into it. Just a side note, I forgot to mention in the intro, our test pressure today is 85 psi. We use this little Ryobi pump because it cuts out at a given pressure so that we get the same pressure in each test sample to hopefully, as best as we can, eliminate that as a variable. I also should point out that these results, as previous results, are not comparable to anything else. In other words, these are not calibrated results. You can only compare the results in the table I'll provide at the end with each other. And the numbers are just numbers, so it can only help you find good, better, best. It can't tell you the exact wattage with any certainty. You can pull conclusions for yourself and decide whether or not the margins are actually, what the margins really mean to you. But just keep that in mind when you're actually assessing these results. So there you have it, some interesting results there. I will put the results table at the end of the video so you can freeze frame and check out all the tubes by comparison. If you liked this video, you'll probably like some of the other videos in my channel. There's lots of tyre testing, lots of human-powered vehicle, recumbent, and all things custom bike made for special needs style builds, featured heavily. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us, and buy me a coffee below to help me pay for my $90 inner tube. See you in the next one. Cheers.